So we're picking up from where we left off the last week. You continued further into the temple.
We'll be leaving the temple?
Well, we're doing the recap. You continued
Alright.
further into the temple. You had more arguments. You had a fight with a big statue and a ghost. Then after failing to solve a puzzle, and someone casting shatter on a wall, who will remain nameless.
Did nothing.
Then you traveled further down the hill into the bowels with the glowy rocks and the crystals and things, and people left the suicidal dwarf alone.
He wasn't alone. I was there. I tried to stop him.
So you left the dwarf alone, and he jumped into the lava, which is now encased around him and created a perfect semi-transparent crystal of star sapphire. And then you all decided, yeah, no idea what's going on. Fuck it, we're leaving. And went up to the front door, which is where we are picking up.
I did not leave with everybody else. I stayed down.
I vaguely remember that. While everyone else is currently heading to the surface.
You said brackets round thing?
Yeah, square brackets round were like 5d6. So, because you stayed behind while everybody else is heading up to the front door, what are you doing for like 10 minutes? 10, 15 minutes while people get to the front door? What are you doing if you're sort of hemming and staying behind?
Looking around at everything, investigating everything.
Things are glowy, slightly less glowy than they were, but things be glowy nonetheless. The dwarf is very glowy for a dwarf.
I don't think I did that right.
Two square brackets, yes.
Ah!
Pull your mic out, Raymond.
Sorry.
So,
Just pull your microphone out whenever you go near the thing for the moment, please.
Okay, we're going to cut to other people for a minute because Jess needs to take a minute because that static just cut straight through. So
yeah.
Two sets of square brackets, so 2 on each side, and it should do the actual numbers. So, people on the outside. Mallory has yet to come up. You have arrived at the front entrance again.
I went over to the car and told was it Nikolai? Yeah, Nikolai's other NPC that, as far as I know, he's dead because he's currently buried in crystal.
He's buried where?
In crystal.
In where?
Jess, if you look, the 2 numbers have actually rolled. Yes. He's buried in our crystal, not your friend Crystal.
Like me and Crystal are walking over to the wagon. I'd like to ask Crystal how big they reckon the head on that statue is.
How big do I reckon it is?
Make a perception check.
I've got a passive of 18.
With a passive of 18, pretty damn big. Big in regards to what?
Physical, like circumference, size. How thick?
Let's go 6 by 10 meters.
Fuck that thick
I
head.
was going to say, would it be appropriate question to be how big is the connection to the body, which you have to blow up to drop it down on top of the table?
Yeah.
Yes, blow up. I have stone shape.
Not till you've done a long rest, though.
Pish posh. Who's got shatter?
I reckon maybe after a good night's sleep, I might have enough materials left over and bullets to make a small explosive that might, take the head off.
Why are we taking that off again?
We're
To
dropping
drop
it on the
tampon.
entrance so you can, gloss it over.
Oh. I have stone shape.
I have a question for you, James.
But,
The statue glowing still.
no. The statue has ceased to glow. It has ceased its shenanigans.
So we blow the head up. How do we make it? How do we make sure it falls in front of the door?
Directional
We blow it
blasting.
up so it specifically falls.
Okay.
Could you take us to the head map, please? Oh, you have. Good.
I was going to say we are.
Yeah, no, I just didn't. I forgot what the time period would be, so it's still the night map. Actually, it still would be because it would. No, it would potentially be day because you guys did take a long rest in there.
No, we only took a short rest.
No, we took a long rest so that we could get all our hit points back. We took a long rest.
So that'd mean it's 8 hours. So we might be on the day one.
It would be morning. I just don't have the day map uploaded.
That's alright. I've just got to wait for this frickin' map to load. So just give me a minute before I formulate the next step of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I can actually see this fricking map.
She likes you. We know this. You do realize that the mic is on, right?
Huh?
Seriously, they're not. You fucking me.
Okay, there we are. We're loaded.
I'm trying to investigate everything down there and. Right, no, just also keep an eye on Trent's character. Like that lava thing.
Yep.
So, would the head of this thing be big enough to block the entrance?
Yes.
Would a hand be big enough?
Hand, no. If you look, the hands are probably 7 or 8 foot to the just shy of 10 foot doorways.
Okay. How high up does this statue go?
40 feet-ish? 40, 50 feet?
Can I climb?
Can you climb?
I have a climbing speed of 20 feet.
You can climb.
Because I is tabaxi for once. So, I reckon after a good sleep, I might be able to piece together the last of my bullets and make a bomb or an explosive to, take the head out.
Sure.
Hopefully, if it falls in the right direction, we should be able to get it in front of the door, and then we can do whatever we need to do from there to it.
No way this could go wrong.
How much rope do we have?
Not enough.
I have 50 feet.
Okay, well, cooking is done.
I think I have 50 feet as well, so that might be enough to get one rope around the head.
I was going to say, do you have a hammer and pittons?
I have the explorer's pack, so I might.
I have 10 feet of rope.
Couldn't you do a 2.45 degree angle anchoring so it's guaranteed to fall forward?
No, I only have the rope.
It's a reroll for my health, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone
It's not
have
fair.
the pittons and stuff?
I've got a hammer and 10 pittons.
Okay.
Well, 4 health for me.
So if we hammer and pitten the back of the neck, that'll put a crack in
take
there.
mine, which is an 8, Raymond.
Take 9.
8.
8.
So
I
if
rolled a
we-
6 plus 2.
Okay.
So if we hammer and pitten the back of the neck, that puts a bit of leverage on the and a crack there. Hopefully, if I sit the explosive at the front and we get a rope around the top and we can have people holding the rope, we might be able to get it to fall forwards.
Roll an intelligence check, please, Bailey. That idea sounds solid.
Fucking hell.
As the engineer of the party, that idea sounds solid.
I have an
Full of
18
logic.
in intelligence and I roll a 1.
Do that with the rope.
Your character doesn't know. Keep out character knowledge out of things.
I roll an intelligence check.
Sure. Now, you are a barbarian, yes?
No, I'm a sword sage.
You are multi-classed,
Close enough.
yes?
Yes,
Into what?
barbarian.
So, yes, you are a barbarian. Yeah.
All barbarians are stupid.
Not saying they are. But I'm pretty sure structural engineering falls out of your field of expertise.
Attacking
Still.
giant fuck things is.
Still, it sounds feasible. But outside of your field of expertise, you can't be sure.
Hmm. Now, if that plan doesn't work, what's the backup plan? Yeah, everyone went dead silent as I said, what's the backup plan?
Sorry. Kill everyone that knows so nobody can tell the secret.
Well, then come close, I've got a magnum with your name on it.
So you take your long rest. So
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
attempt to
feels like-
attempt to gather up your bomb. Make me a tool check with intelligence. Yes. You've got 8 hours at this point. What you doing? Hola? I asked you a question.
I'm investigating everything down there, keeping an eye on
Did you
Trent's
roll an
character.
investigation check?
No, I will do that.
You need to do that to do the investigating.
Oh, apparently that's still. Nah.
With a 10, you don't really find anything. Things be glowy, things be not so glowy. Dwarf be getting more glowy. It's getting kinda hot in here. Like, kinda really hot, like as hot as it was when you came in here. And you swear things weren't quite so glowy a little bit, like an hour ago. So you have 7 hours left. What are you doing now?
guess I can't really do too much. I'm just gonna keep looking around. Keep looking around.
Roll another investigation check.
Question: how hard is sandstone?
Take your thing off GM roll.
In a minute.
Sandstone, pretty decent. With a 16, things are definitely getting more glowy again. The walls are starting to glow slightly. And it's definitely hotter in here. And you think you heard a creaking sound.
Creaking sound? I wish to go look and see if I can find what made the creaking sound.
Sure. Roll another investigation check.
That one.
With a 13, walking around, looking, you can't hear any, you can't see any creaks, and then you hear it, another low, grinding, creaking sound, accompanied with a low vibration in the entire chamber.
I wish to go find. I wish to go specifically look at where like the lava is.
It's kind of glowy, and kind of going back to orangey color.
Can I
And
see
it's getting kind of hot in here.
Okay. Can I still see Trent's character?
It's a glowy rock with a glowy dwarf in it, kind of. You're pretty sure he was kind of there. You're not 100% sure. It's hard to look down at something that hot.
You're really not helpful.
You're kind of staring into a furnace at this point. You're looking down
Still
and
really not helpful.
You're looking down and going, I think I see him. Ah, my eyes are so dry.
I'm not sure whether that was James complaining about dry eyes then, or him saying that Jess is complaining about dry eyes.
Jess's character complaining.
Okay, so.
So what now?
Well, how many hours do we have before it catches up to us?
Like 4.
Crack a computer and the mountain explodes.
So Jess, you got 4 hours left. What now?
I don't know, okay?
You did the solo thing. Have the solo consequences. Do the thing.
I just want. Can I try and contact my patron again?
Sure. Which one?
Sorry, the line is busy. Please try again later.
Which one of the 3 are you dialing?
I'm gonna try and see if I can get all 3 to pick up, or one, or
Pick one.
Okay,
Pick one. They're drastically different alignments.
you can't have a conference call,
Are you
okay?
picking the fire one? Are you picking the undead one? Are you picking Demon Granddad?
Demon Granddad.
Demon Granddad.
Okay.
Why the hell not? Oh.
Yes. The rest of you aren't aware she has 3 patrons.
Personally, I think it was just funny that she tried to do a conference call with all 3 at once.
Yeah, wouldn't end well.
Wouldn't her brain like melt out of her ears from that?
Does she even have one though?
Well, one's a demon, one's an eldritch creature, and one's I'm not 100% sure what it is. So yeah, call in your demon granddad.
One's a relative, apparently.
Yes, one is a relative because by technicality she's a tiefling.
That's why he's demon granddad, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask if he knows.
Do dad.
What's up?
Gonna ask if he knows what's going on. Like whether or not my friend is okay. That he's in the damn tunnel or in the glowy thing.
Your friend is fine. They will survive.
Do you know how?
Longer it's going to be.
No.
Do you know what the end result will be?
No. I am unfamiliar with this particular ritual, as it is of arcane and divine nature, not of infernal construction.
You're not helpful.
I am not the one standing in an active volcano.
Yeah. I didn't say you weren't smart. I said you're just not helpful.
Anything else, I am busy.
No.
Click.
Can I try and talk to one of the other ones? Even if I just message you.
Which one? No, we're doing this by voice because it's faster.
Cat.
Okay.
Do you know what's going on?
No.
Do you know what the end result will be?
No.
Hmm.
Patrons.
She's asking questions, giving nothing in return. So of course they're going to be as least helpful as possible.
Yeah.
This is the second time in 24 hours she's tried to call some of them.
Never said I was smart. Hmm. Do they know how long this process will take?
No, as it's not one of my rituals. It's like asking a cleric how long polymorph lasts. They think it's an hour.
But they can't tell because they haven't been turned into a sheep before.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it be. I'm just gonna keep looking around.
Uh-huh. It gets hotter. It gets groanier. It gets vibratier. And things get glowier.
Okay.
Are you just going to keep looking around? Because it just gets perpetually hotter.
Yeah.
Hotter and stuff.
Till I can't, like, basically till I can't be in there any longer.
3.5 hours later, you are sweating heavily. It is unbearably hot. It is shaking.
I will
somewhat
go
violently.
up to the next room.
You head up to the next room. Shit is falling off shelves.
The previous room where we were like...
Yeah, shit is falling off shelves. Things are falling over. The floor is slightly glowing. It is still very, very hot. It's a stone cavern. It kind of keeps heat in, like a giant oven.
Question, do we feel the vibrations outside?
No, because you're standing on sand.
Do we see the statue shaking?
Imperceptibly. Even with an 18 passive. Because you have to think, like, Jess is hundreds of feet down. And it's not like knocking her over level shaking.
True.
So by the time you travel those hundreds of feet up, and then the sand you're sitting on isn't feeling it, and the statue is probably shaking, but it's so inconsequential. It's also still like probably like 4 in the morning at that point. Not because it's during the day, so either which way. You're resting. You're not exactly paying attention to a statue. Ma.
We about to blow some shit up. Maybe.
Are you just staying in there, or are you continuing up?
Mm,
You're like, I'm doing the solo thing, and you keep talking.
I'm gonna slowly make my way up, looking at everything.
Okay, as you travel on the way up, most things are shaken over, damaged, several things are cracking. At around the 8-hour mark, just as Sister Jade is finishing up, Mallory does emerge from the door. Sweaty, hair matted, not looking the greatest.
Vigorous jazz session.
With your craftsman's tools, Bailey, you were attempting to make some form of impact explosive device using the last of your supplies, weren't you?
Yes.
You can craft a very, very makeshift impact powder charge. About the size of a Tupperware container.
Okay. And that consumes all my spare ammunition, right?
Yes. You will need to go and buy supplies ranging in about 20 to 50 gold worth of supplies before you can start manufacturing ammo again.
I was going to say, aren't we like 2 weeks or something into the desert?
Something like.
Mm-hmm. I'm down to 36 shots.
That Mallory has emerged. Bailey has
I proceed to tell Mallory my plan and show her the Tupperware explosive.
I mean, I don't really have a better plan, so...
Can you climb, darling?
Nope.
There's a frown upon Sister Jade's face as she realizes she's going to have to want to climb up for this thing.
I will point out, are you sure you want anyone else climbing up there and setting an explosive device?
I mean, fair point. Well, let's go get the pinions from Bozo. Goes in the hammer, too.
Mm-hmm.
Is he awake? He's always awake, isn't he?
I was going to say, I don't sleep, so...
Can you climb?
Nope.
Fuck.
I can teleport.
Not helpful. Pinions?
Yeah.
Please.
Well, pinions? I have several.
I don't have a climb speed, so...
How many?
I don't know, it depends on what your topic is.
We were discussing this last night before we went to
Oh,
sleep.
pittons, not pinions, right.
Fuck. Sorry, pittons.
Here you go, I hand over the 10 pittons and 50 foot of rope. And the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go poking prod crystal till they notice.
Pokey prod prod, pokey prod prod.
I look at Sister Jane and say, I actually think Al... Was he a dwarf friend?
Yes.
dwarf friend will make it? Do we actually want to wait and see if they make it before we close this temple?
Well, they've got till we close it to make it, so this is still going to take some time.
He has many skills of the arcane. I am sure he can find his way out.
Crystal, my prismatic friend,
Mm-hmm.
can you climb or fly or hover or something to get up that?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. Can I get you on standby in case I fall off, though?
What could possibly go wrong?
Do I have Misty?
Do I really need to answer that, Crystal?
Probably not.
I do not. Oh, hang on. Wait.
With that, Sister Jade begins the climb.
Uh-huh. You can climb up the statue, around to the back where you wish to place the device. At which point, I will need
I'm not
dex-
placing the device at the back.
You're placing the device at the front and your pittons at the back.
Yeah.
Which are you doing first?
Pittons first.
Okay.
Back.
I need a strength check to hammer the pittons in.
Oh, fuck, Bailey.
It takes you a while, but you don't fall, and eventually you drive the pittons in to what you believe to be an acceptable level. Traveling around to the front, I will need... How are you securing the charge?
I have a 50-foot rope, apparently.
I'll need a dexterity check with disadvantage to tie an explosive charge to a statue this big. It's tied reasonably well. What is your next course of action?
My next course of action is... This is an impact explosive, isn't it?
Is it? You believe
Fairly
it
certain
is?
you said it was.
You believe it is? It's full of flint and It's full of flint and gunpowder. If you shoot it, it'll do one of two things.
I am now going to climb down.
Yep. You climb down. You arrive at the bottom.
I am going to scurry what I believe to be a safe distance away,
Yep.
and recommend for everyone else to do the same.
I move away from the explosive zone.
I'm at the cart, so I'm like a couple of 100 feet.
I suppose the last thing left to do was take aim.
Mm-hmm.
Fire?
Shall make an attack.
Ooh, do I use do I use one of the paired revolvers, or do I use the mag?
I'm gonna stand over here.
I'm
You
gonna use
understand with
the...
me?
I'm going to use the magnum for good measure.
So you hit the target. The blast detonates. The head stays where it is. The blast was neither sufficiently big enough, nor were the pittons driven further enough, and you did not secure your anchor points. You hammered pittons in the back, but did nothing with them.
She has no fucking idea what to do with pittons.
You went up there and went,
She's
this is what I was told to do. Hammered them like halfway and went around the front and then loosely tied an explosive there and went down.
You know, you could ask a dwarf for help. You know, the race that deals with stone.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, completely off the wall thought there.
So you're sort of scratching your head going, that should have worked. It's superficial damage at most. Because with no like proper binding force, all of the explosive force just went out. Because it wasn't directed in any any fashion. And being as relatively loosely tied as it was, the moment you shot it, it just away from the rock because path of least resistance.
First of all, I'd like to point out, no one offered a solution B. She has no experience with using demolitions in this scenario, and has never used a pitten before.
What's wrong?
There is lots of swearing under her breath in a language most of you probably don't.
It didn't happen. Bailey forgot to tie anything to the pittons, and having loosely secured it with the rope, the explosive just went away from the statue and did superficial damage at most.
Mallory looks at Sister Jade and says,
Says what?
Jess is trying to think what snarky comment she wants to use.
and says, as genuinely as she can, good job.
I mean, darling, considering I had no fucking idea what I was doing with half that shit, I'm surprised that even went off to begin with. With that, Sister Jade just walks away without giving a shit.
Mallory looks and says, at least you didn't blow yourself up. Do you still have all your fingers and toes?
She just holds two paws up.
I think your fur is slightly singed.
I doubt it since she shot it from like 80 feet away.
Sister Jade firing a gun is good. Sister Jade trying to do anything else is bad.
So has anyone else got plans?
Not really.
There is the backup to the backup, whatever anyone's backup is, which is I go back to town, get a fuck lot more explosives, and then come back.
Do you have money?
I'm probably the richest person in the party at the moment.
La-di-da.
That's debatable.
I do have stone shape.
Use that.
Look at what it does. But
It has to be up there.
yeah, no, I'm just rating it.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out its range of touch.
5 feet in any direction. If the thing was 10 meters by 6 meters.
You can take a
Yeah, but don't
decent
you-
chunk out the front of it.
I could.
The other thing is, if we're trying to drop the head, you don't have to blow up the head. You just have to break the neck.
How thick's the neck?
Probably 6-ish feet, 7 feet wide.
It's got a
5-foot chunk out of that in front of that, it's going to fall forward.
Oh, good.
Just be mindful you have to be in the front to cast the spell.
I mean, I could be on the side of it.
Yeah.
So that's the thinking the engineer didn't think through. Oh, I need to take something out of the front. I'll do it from the front. But OSHA.
Yeah. I guess I'll climb on up there. And touch the thing.
So you take a while to get up there, and then you can cast the spell. What exactly are you doing?
Well, I'll be standing on the side of it,
Yep.
and I'll touch. I just have to touch the object.
Yes. What are you doing with the spell is what I'm asking.
I'm gonna cut a wedge out of the front of the neck. Before I do that, I'm probably gonna be saying, you should probably grab onto those ropes, guys.
What ropes?
Didn't you hammer pittons into it with
Yeah,
rope?
he didn't tie any ropes to them.
Oh,
No, I did.
That was
So
half
there's
the
just
problem.
We just got
He also
through
hammered
this.
them to the back, not into like the front where you would secure them for a directional fall.
Was hammering them into the back to try and wedge it, and get the crack started across the back.
And they are also hammered to a what he believes to be acceptable level with a strength roll of 2.
oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna cut a wedge out of it with the
Yep.
wider edge being at the front.
So
Hopefully, it just rolls forward.
there is a deafening crack as the last foot or so of stone just ping, and the head just slams forwards and then slowly teeters and rolls, smashing down in front of the door, kicking up sand and dust. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Mikey. As this does evidently shake the statue.
Thank fuck this fucker's not alive,
You
otherwise
do
I'd be pretty
not
pissed.
fall off the statue.
Oh, good.
Due to the fact that I'm imagining you're not standing on the shoulder, you're probably already prone.
That would be a good idea. Yeah.
After a minute or two, the dust starts to settle. The door is 90% blocked by the now decapitated head of the Sky Mother.
Can we push it into place?
You can certainly try.
I mean, like all of us together.
You can certainly try. It's a big fuck off stone head.
How many
Wait,
times
do
can you
you-
cast Stone Shape?
Once.
Is
So
fourth
that
level
another
spell.
long rest before-
His 4th level spell. Level 7 gets me 1 4th level spell slot.
God damn it! If only you could do it twice and just grow it into the door frame.
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. You give me 4 hours and I can do it again.
4 hours?
I'm a construct.
Yeah, he gets his long rest in 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
If you
Okay,
want-
cool. Let's wait.
No, he actually needs 20 odd hours because you can only benefit from 1 long rest in a day.
No.
That's wrong.
So, do we just want to mill around here for a day?
And do what? You're
Surely
all
there's
going to
like
die
an
of
oasis.
exposure. Me and Pete will live.
Surely there's an oasis. I'm a desert folk. You
How much water and rations do you have?
stuff.
Well, don't you have infinite?
Shh.
We
Remember,
brought
there's a whole barrel in the actual wagon.
Yeah, they do
Yeah,
have a
I-
legitimate barrel of water.
Yeah, and I have create water. That's how you got the water. I don't know. What's the plan, Scooby Gang?
I want to wait and see what happens to Trent's character.
You mean
I got a
Nikolai?
question, Jess. Did you tell us that your god told us this was an active volcano?
No,
Excellent.
Because we're dropping giant boulders and doing explosives on top of an active volcano.
Yes, but that doesn't increase pressure.
Vibration does.
you assume Mallory.
Vibrations just rock the boat.
You know the astronomical forces you would have to require to set off
I
a
do.
volcano. Us dropping rock, not it. Tectonic plates moving, maybe.
Earth-shattering event? Probably.
You
Yeah.
need like an 8 for a 9.
Unleashed arcane magic from God knows where.
You need like an 8 for a
Most-
9th level spell to do what Mike to set a volcano off.
I mean, earthquake.
How about triggering an unknown arcane ritual used in the bow of said volcano?
Oh, no one would be stupid enough to do that, would they?
Uh-huh.
What are we doing, Scooby Gang?
Can you say that again for louder, but louder for the people in the back this time, James? Because apparently my English isn't working still. So, if we're not going to hang around here for a day, can we go back to town? You know, somewhere
We can
a
do
tad
the
less...
2-week journey back to town and the 2-week journey back.
Well, if we do the 2-week journey back, I can get the bigger bomb. What we
Bigger
did that
bomb
for?
works.
No idea.
Also,
I only have Chex Magnum. 35 rounds now.
Christ, an American.
how long have you been holding on to that one?
Like
What?
8 seconds. Bailey's like, I only have 40 bullets left.
I was going to say, isn't it Cry in Metro Last Light?
No. Americans are having an ammo shortage at the moment.
Are they?
Have been for like 6 months.
Glorious. Serves them fucking right.
It's because apparently that was something at the beginning of COVID that people decided to hoard bullets.
Well, they have
They
to
got
protect
the
their
America.
jobs somehow.
They got the apocalypse, just not the one they wanted.
I mean, it's America.
And then they bitched about the apocalypse not being the one they wanted.
This is true.
See, people bitched about them being bitches.
Anyway, to town?
I suppose.
Isn't there
Crystal,
a chance that Dorothy Dickhead's gonna come back out?
Pardon?
Isn't there
Or
a
how
chance?
long do we wait?
Uh,
Do we give it 24 hours and then fuck off?
and then close the door.
Might as well.
Well, apparently I can't do shit at the moment, so you guys have fun with whatever your decision is. I'll be waiting at the wagon.
I mean, me and Pete can stay anywhere forever.
Yep.
We don't
Up a little
age.
bit more, so can I.
What was that?
If I level up a little bit more, I become immortal for aging.
Yeah.
Ancient paladins can become immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't age, but do you need food
Yes.
and drink?
He still needs
Didn't
food
say
and
anything.
water. You only don't die from aging.
I didn't say I was truly immortal. I said immortal from aging.
Yes.
You mean ageless?
Yeah.
Legitimately the term you're after.
I mean, eventually Pete will rust,
Nope.
and I might grow moss.
So, what are you doing?
No, you just need a good polish,
Let's
Mike.
wait and see if he comes out after a day.
Yeah, time for no-no.
Okay.
I mean, Trent's not here, so probably not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is there
maybe not
anything
going
we
on
can
2
do
weeks.
in the desert that's downtime?
Over the next couple of hours,
Dig a hole.
it's you start noticing
Sandcastle.
a vibration in the sand, and the sand starts getting warmer than it was the rest of the day. Even as the sun begins to go down, the sand slowly warms up, and the vibrations get heavier and more violent, with small aftershocks happening every 10 to 15 minutes.
Like how you just immediately drop down next door to me.
Seems prudent.
And just over the couple of hours, it starts from like minor vibrations where you see like the footsteps shake away, to eventually like there's this rolling level of dust, and one of the hands falls off the statue from a crack and damage from earlier.
Darlings, do we
Right,
still want
well,
to hang around? This is starting to get very unruly.
Oh, hey, why is it doing this?
What?
Does anyone know why the thing is shaking?
Nope.
I was going to say, I look at Jessica. You spent a lot of time down there. Did you do something to make it shake?
No.
Do you know why it's shaking?
It started to get more glowy when I was down there. I think our friend is going to come out as something different. Maybe soon.
The temple's water broke.
Contractions.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Mikey.
I was going to say, how far-reaching are these vibrations, James?
A couple of 100 feet, easy.
Right, I say we go pull the cart back a little bit and watch and see what the fuck happens.
Okay. Moves the cart to a couple of 100 feet plus an extra 100 feet.
Uh-huh.
Go stand with cart.
Right at the apex of midnight, there is an earth-shattering kaboom as the statue explodes, erupting, spewing molten rock and sulfuric smoke into the sky.
Yep, nope, go on. Bye, that's it. I'm not staying around for this stuff.
No, you are not getting a chance to move. Excuse me while I check people's inventories.
Oh, good.
Namely crystals.
Oh, good.
Because I need to see if you're still holding something.
I definitely am.
Judging by what you're saying there, James, I don't have one.
Because you still have the Star Sapphire, don't you, Mikey?
I never put it down.
Did anyone else take any?
Nope.
Because I believe someone was prying some out of the... No, it was Trent that was prying them out of the wall.
Yeah,
Trent was fucking with them in all sorts of ways, okay?
There are rocks spewing into the air and then one glowing glob that shoots high into the air. I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw. Mikey at disadvantage.
Stop making me do dexterity.
As the one coming at Mikey is substantially larger than everyone else.
Oh, I'm going to take damage.
You're going to take damage.
Raymond!
Yeah.
Doesn't
Dexterity.
even pass.
I'm just reading something.
Question, does this count as magical damage?
It's not a spell.
Okay.
So, who's within... Oh, who's within 10 foot of me?
It's not a spell.
No, but we gain a bonus to our saves.
Yeah.
Aura of protection. Anyone within 10 foot of me gets a +1 to any save.
Well, aren't we all
Oh,
on
yeah, I got
cart?
13.
Ooh, 6.
Oh wait, charisma. Sorry, +3. Charisma modifier.
Ooh,
Oh,
8.
15.
You're not
21.
good.
That takes me to a 10.
20.
21.
Yeah, give me a minute. I need to work out how much damage people are taking.
And actually, I do have a question about the auras. I've got 2 auras. Are they both active?
Yes.
Yes.
All right then.
It's not like 3.5 where you could only have one active.
Yeah, I remembered that.
Roll.
I remembered that back a while ago. Somebody had auras and they had to select them. I was just double checking that.
Yeah, that's me. I have different like stances and shit I can swap into. Slightly
So-
different.
Everyone within 10 foot gets a saving of +3 to any saving throw. And anyone within 10 foot has resistance to damage from spells. I like these auras.
So what I miss?
I'm still working out how much damage you're taking.
I was going to say, did I pass the save with a 21?
Yeah.
Then I take no damage. Evasion.
No.
Mm-hmm. I like how
Evasion
that
work.
sentence is no.
Evasion isn't magic. It's all deck saves.
And I'm gonna say no because it's a giant fucking rock and lava. So yes, like you can dodge fire and you can dodge like a lightning bolt. There is going to be legitimate terrain hazards as well. Also, for reference, you're not sure if the save is for half damage or not, or if it's for being, say, knocked prone. I will tell you if evasion works. Just because you're like, oh, I passed, so evasion, because you assume it has to be a save for half. It's a giant fucking rock. It could be knocked down. Wait until you're told what it does, please.
Well, you did also say you had to work out how much damage people had to take.
Yeah, because it's a volcano. It's not like the volcano's gonna go, pah, you're blind. When I specifically said there was shit flying at you.
I mean, could just make us blind.
Just gonna look up a different set of damage because I'm getting sassed.
Yeah, I'm probably rolling a new character. Shouldn't sass you. That's fun.
So, Peter, you do not take any damage because of evasion. Everyone else, what saving throws did you make? We have lost internet. So we'll have to wait a minute. So I think half that rant went unnoticed by them. I wondered why no one was commenting. Meow. Internet. It's a thing. Yay.
Hello?
No, that'll be Discord going baboop as it's trying to reconnect. Baboom, baboom, baboom. It'll be like 2 minutes. Ba 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 ba.
Cat 8 browser.
Should be back in a second. Well, my computer just picked up your message, so I'm logging into Discord now. Boop.
Come on, love. Discord is taking a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's basically doing a full reboot. It'll take a minute.
Mallory. Why's your cat on? Hello.
Yes.
If that answers the question.
There's the other one.
Bah humbug.
It's Christmas?
Yes.
So, Jessica, Mikey, Bailey, and all fails a dexterity saving throw. So,
Oh, a 10 doesn't pass? Damn.
no. So
Damn, it was higher than a
Peter
15.
Peter does take no damage. Because I don't actually know where I dropped in my little tirade earlier.
We didn't. I don't think we. I don't think we heard it.
Daily.
Okay, because I was getting sassed, so
Oh, I called Peter a bitch and told him to shut up and be grateful that he even got to make the roll.
fair. Yeah, so I was sassed. Damages have since changed. As of save DCs. So Raymond and Peter make it. Peter, you take no damage from the initial.
Yep.
Everyone else takes. Facebook. I know, I just got my internet back. Stop with the messages. $134 damage.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I'm not insta-dead.
So
I'm going to
I'm-
guess me and Crix are the only ones that made it.
So,
no, you're
what
not.
was-
You're not dead. You're down, Jess.
Well, bye, Sister Jade.
What's your maximum health, Bailey?
61. I didn't make it.
Yeah, it straight up kills Bailey.
I made the save. What did that do for me?
You take 68 damage.
I live. If I didn't do that, I'd be dead. I have less health than Bailey. So I'm unconscious.
If you have less health than Bailey, how are you alive?
Because he made the save, so he took half damage.
Yeah, so he's not dead. He's just.
Oh, yeah, he's just unconscious, yeah. Brain.
Is there more damage coming after? Seeing as you said Peter made the initial.
There doesn't seem to be.
Cool. I'm gonna shove a health potion into the paladin.
Uh-huh.
How much health do I get from that?
2d4 plus 2.
Mikey, with your 18 passive perception, you
I'm
notice.
unconscious.
Oh, okay. So nobody notices the giant crystal laying on top of crystal just detonates. Can everyone still conscious make me another dex save?
Fuck.
3.
I don't make this one.
Raymond, you don't take any damage as you go, shit, and dive. Peter, you take a giant hunk of star sapphire to the torso,
Oh, fuck.
taking 56 damage.
Oh, fuck. Is that halved?
No. As this was not a save for half.
Okay. This is a save for none.
Yeah.
She said 56. Fuck, that hurt.
I'm going to
Are you still
assume
up?
that's a failed death saving throw.
No, because nobody who was prone gets hit, even though it's
I
actually
think
on top of
in
it.
frames.
Wasn't it on top of me?
Yes, and it exploded outwards.
Okay.
You still have stuff on you.
Right.
I mean, we
And-
shouldn't argue with the DM, but I mean, we do.
And laying
No, I mean,
10
I just.
and laying 10 feet from you is a sky crystal blue dwarf-like figure unconscious on the ground.
Cool.
I wish I could see this.
Okay, so who is unconscious and currently dying?
Hey,
Everyone except for Bailey, who's dead.
I
Right,
go
I'm-
to my next
I'm gonna go-
potion is...
No, don't save your potion. Save your potions. I've got lay on hands.
Yeah, but you can do one and I can do the other.
Okay, whatever.
I'm going to go heal the healer.
I'm just going to start going around and putting lay on hands on people.
So, Jess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rehab.
Dead's not a disease, is it, James?
Give me a
So
moment. Give me a moment.
2d4 plus 2.
Also, I hate to say it, but Crix insta died.
Oh no.
Oh,
Crix rolled a 3.
Bailey,
wow.
Peter, are you shoving a potion down my throat?
No, Raymond's lay on hands in you. I'm potioning Mikey.
Yeah.
Straight up, just take 10 health.
Crix rolled a 3 and is not high enough level to have evasion.
Wow, that's that hurts.
2d4 plus 2.
What about the cart?
Oh, Cart's fucked.
And so are the NPCs inside.
Oh yeah.
They're dead.
Hey Bailey, how attached are you to that character?
But I...
You took them to a dangerous area.
Bailey?
And to be fair, even with the save and distance, they still took minor amounts of damage. And being NPCs, they have less than 10 health.
Bailey!
Yeah.
How attached are you to that character?
Why?
Mikey's asking a question.
Do you have the?
He has the
Yep.
he has the diamond. I literally looked in his inventory earlier.
I'm not fussed. I'd say
Mikey,
if I
would-
die, I
would
die. I
Mikey
have a
the-
backup.
The thing is, would you res him? He gets no
Oh.
inputs.
He's the other the only other like religious person really.
Yes.
So I guess so.
So you get Revivify off, Bailey. Sister J comes back to life. We don't go through the whole rigmarole of the ritual and everything because Revivify actually skips that.
Oh, excellent.
So it's just a
be-
sudden gasp back to life. And she's like,
it's-
"Fuck!"
Can I make an
it's-
investigation check on
yeah.
Tread?
Yeah, a second. Revivify because skips it because the soul has not passed on yet. That's why it has to be done within a minute. Raise dead and stuff because you're coaxing them back from the actual afterlife is why you have to do the ritual. Is a dwarf that looks like your friend, except his entire body is crystalline, seemingly made from the same material that just kicked the shit out of your party. By the way, there's no temple left. It's just ruins, smoldering and smoking, glowing.
Does
in
he
the
look
dark.
the same as Crystal?
Similar color?
I'm a ghost. Stand to the side and pray and try to connect with either I'm just focusing on whatever
There
one
is
comes
no
to first.
there is no answer because your mind is racked with a million thoughts. You can't focus enough to make a connection.
I was gonna say,
You're
can
like,
I do a medicine
what's
check on
happening?
the
Oh
dwarf?
my god, everything hurts. What's happening? Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh my god, fuck. Ow, damn it. Why is my arm like this?
Can I do like a medicine check to see like if the dwarf is alive and just unconscious or dead?
Sure.
Let's watch me fail horribly.
There's no
Yes, I do.
heartbeat.
Can I go over and check?
Sure.
Let's go say, Crystal.
There's no heartbeat or pulse.
Can I make? Can I make
check
an
this? As I point at him.
Give me a second.
What am I checking? What am I checking it for?
The dwarf.
He seems to have come back. Is Crystal now? Crystal 2?
There can only be one.
No. You're Crystal, he's Crystal. You do
Well-
the healy thing. Can check him?
Will I know if this works?
The spell does not take hold. Either he is already dead or he is not unconscious. He is either stable or already dead.
I will try a first level spell.
Does he appear undead to me?
He's made of rock.
So, no.
The spell soaks in. His body radiates, and it does seem to accept the healing word.
But doesn't wake up.
No.
So is he alive or dead?
Well, now he's 6 hit points more than what he was.
That doesn't answer the question.
What's alive?
So he's not undead. Can I?
I've never seen a stone undead.
I'm going to try to focus again. I'm confused. I know everything hurts. I know I'm not gonna get it. I know I'm not gonna get much. I'm just gonna.
Make a charisma saving throw. With
Oh.
disadvantage.
Of course.
I was gonna say, Barris, can
Yes?
you do your undead
No.
searchy radar thing and see if he's undead now?
I've got detect evil and good. I don't have detect undead thing. Oh wait, divine sense you mean?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll do divine sense.
Pang.
Tell me if anything celestial, fiend, or undead is within 60 foot of me.
Yes.
Do I come?
Okay, what and
Yes.
which is it? Okay,
Fiend, celestial, and undead.
okay, you're telling. Okay, this is all I've got in my head right now. I'm using divine sense to find out about Trent's character, and you just see me spin to Jess's character. The hell! And I'm pointing at her.
I look and say, I have no idea what you mean.
You should not exist.
That is very rude. And then she smiles.
I think you died, and then your parents decided that wasn't good, and your parents really shouldn't have gotten together.
Very nice.
Oh,
I look and say, how dare you talk about my parents? How dare you?
I know one was from up high and one was from the pits.
Are you sure on that?
Chloe, what the hell are you?
I am what I am. I am Mallory. And at that point, she gives a little curtsy.
Yeah, this is like
And
literally
now
the
we
first time
finally
I've
know
used-
her name.
Yeah, you actually finally gave them your name.
Yeah, that's fine.
You've answered one question and raised 7 more.
I am what I, yes, the response you get back is, I am what I am, and I am Mallory. And she curtsies at you.
No idea what to do with this information I've just gotten.
What information? What are you not telling us?
Right, Jess, are you going to try and stop me?
From
to
doing
be
what?
fair, you've only got a vague inkling about what he knows.
Yeah.
Because Divine Sense isn't like a massive risk.
No, but he did say, I know from one of your parents is from up high and one is from the
As I
pits.
said, you have a vague inkling as to what he knows. You don't know exactly.
I also vaguely hinted towards you being undead. Or should I say, not so vaguely.
Yeah.
You're celestial, you're a fiend, and you're undead.
Mo?
Yeah, what? As we all just look at Mallory now.
Mallory looks and again repeats, I am what I am, and my name is Mallory. And she curtsies and smiles.
Yeah,
Right.
just because we didn't know this, and this is the first time I've done it, I want to know this.
You know if there are any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. Okay, so there are fiends, there are celestials, there are undead, and an elemental. Which, by the way, is also Jess.
Actually, there should be another elemental.
Mikey technically counts as a construct, not an elemental.
No, my familiar.
Oh
would
yeah.
ping off of me.
So yeah, Peter's familiar will come up as an elemental.
Alright, so you all see me cast Detect
Yes.
Evil and Good. Elemental!
I just look at
Still
him, but
looking
yes.
at Mallory.
Again, she just smiles and says, I am what I am, and my name is Mallory. And she curtsies again. And she looks at me to say it again.
Need to cast more spells?
You need me to say it again. I am what I am, and my name is Mallory. And again, she curtsies.
Okay,
wait,
so
no.
give me a second.
Ignore that one.
Give me a
Ignore
second. I
that
need to
one.
read Eyes of the Grave specifically. Gain the ability to occasionally sense the presence of undead, whose existence is an insult to the natural cycle of life. Okay, so here's the thing. Now, specifically looking at Mallory, she does very, very slightly indicate undead. Last time you checked this, she was eclipsed by Crix.
I thought Crix didn't show up as undead.
No, he does.
No, he did. He's just immune to smite. And
No, because when I did this, he didn't come up as undead.
I forget.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
No,
Because otherwise I would have smote him.
you
tried.
You tried to.
No.
You tried to turn him, which was the problem. He was immune to it being turned.
Yeah. I forget. Like, it was a thing. But Mallory shows up as partially undead.
I'm not sure what to do with this information.
We're trying to figure out what's up with Trent's character, and now we're just sidetracked completely. This is awesome.
What?
Does that hurt me?
Which one?
Either of them?
Eyes of the Grave
No.
doesn't. And Raymond
No,
said,
I clicked that wrong.
And Raymond said ignore Divine Favor. He went to read it and accidentally cast it.
Okay, so... Oh, it's actually Mikey looking at me.
Yes. That's why Mikey said he doesn't know what to do with this information either.
So yeah, Mallory looks at you and says, I am what I am, and my name is Mallory. And she curtsies at you.
Praise furiously for guidance.
How have we been working together like 6 months?
Never even gave us your name in that entire time, Jess.
Okay, so we're just gonna side shuffle. So, Mikey, you are praying to Faltaxian.
Mm-hmm.
You get a response.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly did you ask? Because this is something where you would get information.
I mean, this creature is undead, but only partially undead.
This creature is one of my divine guardians.
What did he get back?
He's asking his god.
It's also my god.
Yes, that's why you...
But he doesn't know that.
He does now.
But I thought undead was against balance.
They are, but they also have their uses. Much like those of guarding the gates.
So, protect this one at all costs.
If they die, they will return to their workplace. Return back to servitude. Taking their rightful place as a guardian of the gateway of the domain.
Right. Thank you for your guidance, Lord.
There's just no response after that.
Amen.
Yep.
I was going to stand next to Raymond, but I can't find Raymond on the map.
This is something I was
where I am.
expecting to come up later in the campaign. Not right now.
I'm now on the map. Still breathing heavily, just less swearing.
Yeah. No, Sister Jade is having a conundrum because they did just die. They saw the pearly gates and then got ripped backwards.
This one serves a higher purpose. We must not interfere.
Oh, did I actually find out if she was good or evil? Like alignment-wise?
Does it tell you?
It doesn't tell you alignment.
No, it doesn't.
That seems very weird considering it's literally called Detect Evil and Good.
There used to be a spell called Detect Alignment.
Ah, fair enough.
But I believe Detect Alignment didn't get upgraded to 5e because 3.5 and 4 have had the whole thing of like, we walk in, we're talking to the mayor, I cast Detect Alignment, he's chaotic evil, I stab the mayor.
I'm assuming I would have seen Crystal pray.
Yeah.
I look and say, "Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Does my presence annoy you?"
Not anymore.
It confuses the fuck out of me.
She smiles and says, "I'm Mallory. How is that confusing?"
I still gotta pick the... I don't know...
You are much more than Mallory, child.
Oh, Mallory looks and says, "Oh, you spoke to one of the higher ones. Ha ha."
I'm just standing over Transporty at this point, looking at him.
And Mallory specifically curtsies at Crystal.
Uh-huh.
I
Now,
look at...
what's more off-putting? Just smiling and being nice, or her being aggressive and trying to stab party members?
I mean, one usually leads to the other.
We haven't really dealt with Smiling Jess, so I'm gonna go with Smiling Jess.
Mallory looks at Crystal and says, "What are we going to do about the dwarf? Do we take it?"
Which one? Oh, never mind.
Do we take it with us? Doesn't seem to be undead.
It's not undead.
It need not be destroyed. I'm unsure how it fits into the balance. She'll wait for it to awaken and question it.
I should go have a look at the cart. Is there anything salvageable? Probably not.
The metal chest.
Okay.
Has a big
I
gauge,
assume
has
this
a-
is beyond the scope of mending.
Is there bodies? Is there actual bodies? Whole bodies of the two.
There are bodies, yes. The cart is not beyond mending because it was put like 400 feet away, but it will probably take about a half hour with mending because you're going to have to like put boards in place, mend them into place.
Yeah.
Like
I was going to say, doesn't mending take 1 minute each?
No, it's an action.
It's an action, but it's going to have to cast it like 20 or 30 times because unless you can get like 8 people to hold like the back third of the cart together in one piece.
It is casting time of a minute.
Then yeah, it'll still take like half an hour because you're going to be able to hold a couple of boards, cast it. Like the whole back third of the cart was demolished, both basically from between the two wheel wells.
Is there a place to do graves around here?
The sand.
Is a desert.
Oh, wait.
I start looking for a place and start like basic digging graves.
Off just over here is probably the easiest place for you.
I tell everyone, I'm like, "Hey, I need to bury the people. So I'm gonna go bury the
NPCs.
two NPCs, and I'm gonna bury Cricks."
Well, they need not be buried.
You can't bury Cricks because you can't find Cricks.
Okay, well,
Can
then
you
I'm
find
gonna
his
say-
helmet?
I'm
gonna say a prayer for Cricks and like do a minute of silence.
After
Echo.
taking like 70 damage, no, the helmet was... Crix was just... You're not sure if vaporized or just punted like 40 feet below the sand.
What was I going to say? After finally stopping with the heavy breathing and coming to her senses, and realizing that the cart's in such a terrible shape and Crystal's going to attempt to start fixing it, Sister Jade does the typical roll the sleeves up, hike the habit up a bit, and gets ready to help.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna drag Trent's unconscious body to the cart and then also help.
Uh-huh.
Oh, did Sister Jade hear Mallory's name?
Yeah, she's just been laying on the floor going.
Okay.
Lots of swearing as well.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I look at Sister Jane and say, "Can you help me bury these two people, please?"
Sister Jade experienced life and death and a whole new wave to their religion.
In a minute, darling. We'll get our transportation out of here fixed first.
Okay. I'm just gonna continue digging hole. Diggy, 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 dig.
It takes a while because you don't have a shovel.
Yeah, that's fine. Diggy, diggy, dig.
Over the next 20 minutes, half hour, you can get the cart repaired fairly easily. Because it's not like completely pulverized into splinters. It's been hit by like one or two big chunks and has effectively just had...
It's been hit with a cannon.
Yeah, it's been blown into like several big pieces and then you've had to like spend a handful of minutes piecing together a couple of chunks of boards.
Are
I
our
wish I could
camels
teach
still around
people to-
somewhere?
So it takes you about half an hour to put it together. There are still some palings that are only half formed and stuff where you've just legitimately not been able to find chunks of it that have been blasted off into the sand. But the cart is serviceable enough to get you to town where you can buy the replacement palings to repair it.
James,
Yes.
are our camels still somewhere nearby?
Parts of them.
I'm gonna say yes, because I would imagine the camels probably would have moved if they weren't tied to the cart.
Well, you
Even
said
if
the
they
back-
were, I can summon
said-
horses.
You said that the back half was destroyed and
Yes.
the camels are not attached to the back.
Yes, it was mostly the back half. Like the camels probably aren't in the best shape, and are probably freaked the fuck out. But they are fine.
Animal handling check to calm them the fuck down, I take it?
Yes, because the thing is, you put the cart far enough away that it was outside the initial blast. The cart got totaled by the crystal exploding.
Ah, okay. So, animal handling to calm them the fuck down does not work.
No. So it takes you. They calm down over the course of the next hour or two while Mallory is digging the graves.
Oh, once the cart's finished, Sister Jade goes to assist with that. Remember?
Yeah. Still, because it's sand and you don't have things like shovels, it takes you a couple of hours to dig the graves.
Shield!
Yes. But yeah, it takes you a while. Probably by the time, like, you've got everything done, do you wish to rest for the night? Because it's probably, like, getting on dusk. Or do you want to get away
Yes,
from...
yes, I really do. Me and my 6 hit points very much want a long rest.
Yeah.
How
I
much
was gonna
does
say,
actually
probably
Revivify leave you on?
Revivify brings you up to 1.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping tonight. Not that
Yeah,
Mallory normally sleeps.
You are long resting, but you are not sleeping. I get it.
But Mallory is very much, with everyone like staring at her, very much not sleeping tonight. She gets shanked somehow.
Yes, you're invoking your ability to not have to sleep. Yes, I get that.
Question. Is it even possible to sleep after an experience like that?
Yeah, you'll eventually pass out from exhaustion. It's a case of eventually you will just get tired enough that you will less sleep, more pass out / blackout.
I'd like to imagine she blacks out over her chest.
I mean, I can always punch you in the head and then cast spare the dying.
Then he
You
does
get at
benefit-
least 2 hours sleep.
Then he doesn't benefit from a long rest, but yes. Over the course of the evening, everyone gets a long rest.
Yay!
Oh, thank God.
I'm no longer on 2 health.
Trent does not wake up.
I wish to ask before we go to sleep. I ask
Well,
Crystal.
Crystal doesn't sleep, so you can ask it any
Okay,
time
well,
during
I
the
ask
night.
Crystal during the night what god she prays to. Who
Gee.
what god?
It's a they.
Yeah.
What god?
It's the simplest way is they.
What god they pray to?
Really, you've heard me say Thaltaxian 8,000 times.
Somebody else.
Thaltaxian. I refer to the balance constantly.
Yes. And you're also a life cleric, aren't you?
Grave.
Grave. Same difference in this case.
It's funny. Me and you are supporting two different balances.
Yes, so that all plays out, and in the morning you pack your stuff up and head off back towards town. Which we're going to pick up next week with you guys having arrived in town without a random encounter, because technically this was from a random encounter.
Yeah, this all came from me finding a rock in the road.
Yep.
I assume we have Trent on the cart.
You do. I imagine he's loaded up there. So
I loaded
How
him
much
on.
heavier is he now?
Indiscriminately heavier. I haven't worked that out yet.
Okay.
And stopping recording.